test.
Test. Oh, there's one.
All right.
There we go.
There it is. This guy, be positive. We haven't even started yet, man. Welcome in. Guys, sorry about that. That was awkward, maybe 2 minutes with no volume there.
Yeah, technical difficulties here.
I don't know what happened there. So
honestly, the whole system was set up normally, so I don't know.
Yeah, I might have updated and didn't mess with it or something. I don't know.
Locked us out.
Yeah, so that was weird. Yeah. Let's see here. All right, so we are here. It is Saturday. Welcome to another week of the Hideout. Again, my apologies to our audio.
Yes.
We were literally set up to be normal. Everything else was going. I've already edited everything, and next thing you know, yeah, there we go. I talked like normal, and there was no volume. So y'all were there for that. It was live. So we didn't cut out and come back in. You know what I mean? So
we fixed it right there on screen.
Yeah, y'all saw not my bald head. Thank you. I had my hat on. So but yeah, guys, welcome in. We Be Positive is already rolling. We are not even into those conversations yet. But yes, so we are going to be talking about Superman today. We're going to be talking about Ironheart. We are also going to be discussing our giveaway. And we're going to be talking about our special episode coming up this Monday. So stay tuned. Follow us on that spot there. We're going to be discussing these several things and maybe whatever we get into from there, and go along that route. So a really nice, short, crisp episode. We should be in and out of here again because the episode on Monday, I'm pretty sure, is going to be a long one. So our guest is going to be Nathan. He was our One Piece Man episode. One Punch Man episode. He had wore his cosplay, which was so dope. Again, he was on a viral video with Dr. Applesauce, who is a content creator as well on YouTube. Shout out Dr. Applesauce. Super excited to bring him back on the show. We're going to be talking Fate Zero. It's gonna be interesting. Again, his passion is there for that.
Yes.
In all aspects. For anime that's his passion. So definitely, let's get into it. Let's start with, of course, our usual stuff. Breaking news. Not so much breaking. Now that it's a couple of days later. But yeah, we are excited again for the Superman. All right. So again, we get the full trailer of Superman this week, and it's already at I believe 22 million. You know what I mean? Or something like that. I saw some type of post. So
there, yeah.
I was pretty shocked that we're already at that number. But again, I've been positive about it since the get-go, so I expected it, but I mean, now I'm starting to see the bleeding through of the ones that have me, the fans that are like, yo, I've been a Superman fan, from, the comics, the older cats, you know what I mean? 60, 70-year-old guys are commenting and saying yo, I don't know what y'all hating on, you know what I mean? But, this is good in my opinion, you know what I mean? So, but yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, Wolvis is back.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Yeah. Again, Be Positive is on a whole rant already. So yeah, but Wolvis, welcome again back. I'm glad that you are tuning in just right. Probably before you pass out. But yeah, tune on in. Comment later. These videos are uploaded to live, and we'll be more than glad to respond. But yeah, man, it's gonna be good. And then yeah, we'll discuss all that stuff, man. But I'm glad you got to tune in for a little bit. But All right, there we go. Be positive. Now we're on track here. So
I did see that they fixed the
eye blink. Yeah. I actually have it in my notes here. So it's I mean, once you get called out like that, you gots to. You know what I mean? Like,
you do and you don't, because in my opinion, I was like, it wasn't him blinking from like a reaction to getting hit or anything. It was more blinking of like I'm tired of this crap.
Damn it, yeah, like
just leave me alone.
Gotcha.
He's like, I'm here helping you guys.
Interesting. I didn't take it like that because if he would have blinked when it was thrown and then it hit him, or like, but it literally was when it hit him is why I took it. You know,
I think if it had lasted longer, it would have been more felt the way I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He goes, the main villain is his cancel culture, but it really is. Cause dude, well, it's not even no. It's not cancel culture. It's the Snyderverse.
I wouldn't even say that. Snyderverse has its freaking fans. They're like,
that's what I'm saying. It is.
People overall just don't. The people want to hate. Like here, hello, hi, but you know what? I will talk about Superman, but I think overall, just the people want to complain about stuff, and they basically want to do with what they did to Sonic, like change whatever they want, because when the Sonic
to get what is it fan what is it like fan cast, like have the fan
generation,
like if you have where you're answering to the fan,
dude, like
I don't. She-Hulk didn't face cancel culture. I don't think.
She-Hulk was just bad.
I enjoyed it. It was all right. It was the last episode that really got me.
J. Jonah Jameson is probably the best thing about Spider-Man.
That's what I was saying. I was like, you might have a different opinion on that one. I mean, it was more the cancel culture. I think when it was first cast Zendaya as Mary Jane. So I think that was more of a thing, back then. But I think it's been swept away by now. So
yeah. That, and then I think some people were upset with with Tom Holland, because everybody likes Toby, because that's what a lot of people grew up with. But then it's like it's kind of the same thing. The people that grew up with Toby like Toby. The people that grew up with Garfield like Garfield.
Yeah,
people that have
So it's gonna follow the mega fans that hurt the growth of things. Yes, you know what I mean? Yes. Like once they're like ingrained, they don't see any other way. You know what I mean? Like it's just
who's booing at Superman stuff?
Yes, that's what I was like. Where is your information coming from? Like, are you in the UK?
No, he's living on the internet right now.
But no, it was such a good trailer. It literally one of the things that they were pointing out was the very beginning when he is doing his interview. She's talking to him as Clark Kent, and so this is where the old heads were coming in and like backing it up, because Clark Kent had this like, sure, like a squeaky, non-confident voice, and then she's like, so Superman, and he's like Lois Lane, like a deep, tone drop. They were like the subtle differences, because what's his name, Reeves, right? Christopher Reeves was the original Superman.
Yeah,
Christopher Reeves had that transition in voice,
and that's what you need. That's actually exactly what, because it's a persona, and I wonder, did they ever see him give him glasses in this one? Do you ever see?
Yeah, he's he's like going like when he's walking through the crowd, and he's like, he has his glasses on and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about in there. Okay. Yeah, I got confused. But yeah, that is true. His like they have a Superman cancel culture in Superman. The biggest one is Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he's really hating. Like, he's mad that he's got all the world's attention. Like that's what he's saying. Like in his like little spot. Yeah,
but like we're gonna jump around, obviously. Yeah. But there's that scene where he's like Superman. He's not a man,
not at all.
He's like it. And I was like, I love it, because in the comics, that's legit his whole purpose. He's like, we as humans could fix our own problems. We don't need something outside of us having to come in here and pretend to be a god. And that's what he sees Superman. Like, you're hyping all these people up, but they're all leaning to you. We're not leaning on ourselves anymore. and that's what Lex doesn't like.
Jesus Christ! What a selfish man!
Well, I mean,
I want to be the man that saves the world. Like
he's like, I want the people to be the people that save the world. I don't need something outside to save the world. Yeah.
In 1948, really did not know that.
Oh, okay.
Damn, getting schooled. Nice.
Right.
That's good information. I did not know. I thought it was honestly Christopher Reeves. Everybody talked about Christopher Reeves the entire time. That is the
that's
go-to,
like biggest picture. I think that's probably the bigger of everything that's happened with Superman, probably.
Yeah. So, but overall, the intensity of this trailer was legit. Again, another confusing part was when they were talking about the Secretary of Defense. Mm-hmm. It goes to a shot of Rick Flag Sr.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, what? Rick Flag Sr., Secretary of Defense? Like, that don't make sense. Like, never in that line or whatever. James Gunn came in and confirmed, like,
he's not
corrected.
Yeah.
He was like, he's not the Secretary of Defense. He's the head of Argus or something like that. Like,
but with that same line, they're like, "Oh, did you ask the president?" And it shows Lex Luthor. Oh, he's the president now. Like, calm down. You know that in the comics he does become president at one point, but like that's not the president in this time. So everybody just needs to cool the hell down.
Yeah,
They just want to immediately jump on everything.
I'm telling you, just like the hate is there. Literally, the hate. For no reason, like it's what it says. Like I don't know. There's just why everyone hated it. Why everyone is like down to the freaking red undies, man. Like down to the guy.
It actually didn't look bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like for some reason, for some odd reason, they want to be mad for something. So
everybody wants to be upset about something. They want to stand on their own.
I don't get it.
And Christopher Reed's son being in there as a reporter is actually really cool. I did.
Oh no! Did you read that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I remember seeing something. I didn't. Okay,
yeah, he's one of the reporters. I think he's like
in the pop out shot where they're like looking at the TV. I believe, right?
Yeah.
With Lois Lane in the front, like center, and then
I think you see him like twice in there, but I'm not sure exactly because I watched it like twice, but I didn't really pay attention.
Man, again, so you get to see. I mean, James Gunn is doing right. I really believe he's paying homage, creating a new vision, and doing his own spin on things. You know what I mean? At the same time, like homage, comic accuracy, and own spin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like granted, it's based on something he's still putting like. Because I'm pretty sure they do kind of kaijus in the DC realm and stuff like that. So is that a goddamn kaiju?
That kaiju looks pretty cool, but like the overall,
it looks like a oxalotl or whatever that is, like a radiated oxalotl.
They tried to get Godzilla in there.
It didn't pass copyright, so speaking of copyright, we would love to show you the trailer. We always try to do something. I think we did 2 episodes of like showing like a movie review and the Marvels trailer or something like that, and they get hit with copyright, especially if we're streaming on YouTube. I'm trying to make sure once I learn all the ins and outs of this thing, we can do those type of things. I don't understand how people are doing it, like even on like TikTok where they're doing the stitches and they're seeing it. Like I don't know how they're getting by it, but when my shit was being put up there, it kept getting. So unfortunately, we're just talking about the trailer itself. So stoic. And that's what we're looking for, honestly, is like the normalcy of a man, and then but he is Superman, you know what I mean, because that's what he said. He's like, so I'll take that. So but we get a cool glimpse at old homegirl, the engineer.
Oh yeah, she was.
That was looking wicked until Crypto came and whooped that ass.
What are you talking about? One hit and she's just like, oh my god.
Like that's one hit we got to see that he laid on her. So
he's saying like he laid her out.
Like, hey, he put her back on her knees. So she took.
If she didn't, I'll be more upset.
So I was doped about that. I was like, so we got to see the engineer is, and we get. I want to know more about her. I haven't like really delved into her, into her like character.
Her character, yeah.
But it says it's a pretty neat character as far as
she's pretty.
So I seen the transformation. There was even that little scene where like the grass was like coming up on Superman. So I thought that was gonna be wicked. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I mean, I see what Be Positive saying with all the other Supermans being like having that different persona, but this Superman almost doesn't change. And I guess I kind of agree with like you need that separation. You can't be Clark Kent.
We only saw what like 3 seconds of a normal Clark Kent because the rest of him is going through a crowd and not talking and at a desk, and so you are those guys that are judging before it actually happens. So that's what
I'm saying is that Superman's supposed to be,
because the main part of the trailer was Superman, so we were getting Superman. So but
he's a bit more emotional as Superman than any other Superman has been.
But he's the younger version. He's not like
the younger version. Now?
Again, that was what James Gunn's thing was. He was trying to get a fresh version because the versions we see already are mixing with fucking the Justice League, and we get like where he's already got like the Fortress of Solitude stocked and with all his stuff, and we don't get like he's still got his mom cleaning his boots. You know what I mean? Like he's got his mom cleaning his boots, so he's still at mom's house, for Sunday dinners. So
he does that anyway. It's not. Look, it's for me. It's just like it's not. He's been doing this for at least 2 years.
Okay.
Your Superman is supposed to be separate from your human Clark Kent. Like there's separation. Superman is supposed to be like how he said, like the harder figure, able to take everything and move. Like he's not okay. Let me put it. He's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man is funny, goofy, quips, doing whatever. He's there to throw you off your gear.
He's Superman, the law. He's the justice.
Yeah, Superman is like, I'm here to lay it down. You need to like stop. I want to handle what I need to handle. There's no real funny. There's no real quips with Super. Like he does it with like the other like Justice League members, but there's not really for.
And what part do we see this like normalcy?
Well, it's like for him when he's like, "Hey, eyes up" and whatever, and he's like, we don't know who he's talking about or to who he's talking to, but I'm like, and then there's just the way. So
there's no cockiness from Superman at that.
Superman's never been like cocky. He knows what he's capable of. So for him to be cocky is kind of unnecessary.
Got it.
Because you could see that already, but he's very much like.
Now I get the comments of Guardians of the Galaxy. Because they were saying like we're getting like some Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, bleeding through. You know what I mean? Where it's like
too playful.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm asking. Okay,
so that's what it is. It's like he's a little too easygoing at the moment. But then at the same time, the Guardians of the Galaxy vibe is when you saw the Superman stuff and all the colorfulness and everything. And I was like, I thought of those Guardians of the Galaxy the moment I saw that, like all the rainbow color. That's what I thought of. But I'm like, you could have did it like a solid like yellow or red, like his logo, like
Let's see, but okay, I get it now because that's what they were saying was there was like a playful nature, but I didn't really. You want a little bit of it, but I think we were expecting it again, maybe from the Justice Gang, Guy Gardner and what's her name, Hawk Girl and stuff. So we get that in the Lanterns trailer, seeing that how they already are playful, and stuff. Never knew that. Okay, all right. Now it makes sense why there's a little bit of that.
There's a little bit of backlash for that, but warranted in my opinion. But not enough to be like, oh, you need to rewrite everything. No, like calm down. Like I'm still
build off of this critique, these critiques.
Honestly, this could be the like his first out movie. It could be the movie that kind of directs him on how his persona is going to be. I was about to say,
what if it's like all this like hate and everything hardens him? You know what I mean? The fact that they hate him for a war. They killed his best friend Robot. We see, where he's holding him in the Fortress of Solitude. So all this stuff like makes his character. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, maybe that'd be a goal to go to. So Yeah, so that's what we're saying. So hopefully it's a build up into his character. There's a lot of turmoil, like he says. There's a lot of fire. Around, surrounded by you. And he's like, I don't know about a lot. She's like, no, it's a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe all this like hatred, this realizing no matter how good I do hardens him. You know what I mean?
Like I'm hoping that's kind of where it turns to, because he's going to be a bit more like.
He's not a Batman, but he's a different.
He's not a Batman, but he's not a Flash either. If we're gonna keep it DC, Batman is very stoic, just hard. Best Flash, it does to have his quips. He's very much funny and like whatever. Like he's like, y'all can't hurt me, can't catch me, whatever. Yeah. Superman probably leans more not toward the middle, because I feel like that's still too funny for him, but more toward the Batman side. Like he's probably like
that's why he agrees with Batman in a lot.
And he values Batman's opinion a lot, because Batman is very. Although I still disagree with the whole Batman is the greatest detective when you have the Flash out there. But
it's a bold strategy, guy.
Oh gosh.
I love it.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. I need to rewatch it now.
That was great. That was a perfect one. So yeah, guys, I'm ready. Right. So let's see. What do you
like? Superman. Mm-hmm. I despise him. Like one of my least favorites in all of like comics. Okay, this movie made me want to watch a Superman movie, and that's kind of hard to do because I don't care for Superman like that. And it made me kind of interested in seeing how this plays out. Because I'm like, if you can make me like this movie with me disliking the character as much as I do, then you did a good job. I won't be a big fan.
I was about to say, you're not a Superman fan no more, but you
of the movie. Yeah.
Of the movie.
Yeah. And I'm like, honestly though, like I don't know how to put this, but like if something does well enough, like if a movie or a TV show were to do well enough with a person you don't like, sometimes your opinion can shift a little bit, liking that character more. And I'm kind of on the fence of, I really don't want to like Superman. But at the same time, I'm willing to be like, this portrayal of him was so good. Actually, this Superman is like,
this is what I read in the comics when I came across him. Yeah. Okay. Because I know you probably didn't read Superman comics.
Only not too much, no.
Yeah, only when it came like Justice League or he cameoed in
No, now if he ever is able to do it, the freaking Injustice series, the video games comics series. If James Gunn ever does that years down the line, that'll be amazing to see too.
Really? All right. So, but yeah, I mean, we saw a lot. So you said the Hammer of Barovia, right?
Yeah, the Hammer of Barovia.
So now we know what's beating him up. Do you know a little bit more about him? Like, is he like got a kryptonite suit? Is he like?
I think it might be powered by kryptonite, especially because speaking of which, I don't know if you caught it, but Metamorpho with the kryptonite.
Yeah.
So if he's able to make it, he's probably able to align it with, because it looks like I think they're in Lex's place at that point. If he's able to make it, Lex can harness it, put it into suits, power up the suit.
Who?
We do not know.
We don't know, man. There's a lot of fan casting. There's so much going around that they're in the talks. I even been seeing like the rumor castings of Mayday. Really? Parker, so like that's what was going to be in the Brand New Day. I was just like, so I don't know, man. Who would you cast again? I think we had this discussion. We're not knowledgeable in the actresses and actresses' name until we see them. I believe, right? True, so like if a lot of people ask me these things, like who would you cast as the Flash, or who would you cast, and it's just like. I draw a complete blank every time for the fact that I do not know actors off the top of my head. Yeah. Like, is it Nicholas? Yeah. Exactly. Like, homie from Wolverine on 1987, or you know what I mean? Like, something of that nature. Yeah. Like, that's how I would remember. I cannot remember actors and their characters at all. Like, but be positive. Well, who would you cast as your Wonder Woman? Just so we can go off of that, that. radiation got to him and took his green hair. Oh,
he said, "When my powers combine, I cannot do this alone."
But they mentioned that. They said that he went, again, practical effects. So I don't know if you're a fan of practical effects, but I definitely am. Bringing it back. Yeah, if you do it right. So the suit that he's wearing is, again, actual suit. It's not CGI. So I feel like
so all the little crystals and everything are
maybe those portions, but like let's just say like where his main portion is probably the suit, and then when they do the kryptonite and the what he was doing is gonna probably CGI. You know what I mean? They pulled back, I think, after that horrendous Flash movie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What happened?
He was saying the new Supergirl isn't hot like the other Supergirls. He said maybe the new Wonder Woman won't be hot either. Honestly,
cancel culture. No, cancel it all.
So you're saying all of them have to be hot? No, honestly, I think like
that. I see what he's saying. See, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Millie Alcott. I remember that. Touche, David. Millie Alcott is the new Supergirl.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we had, what's her name? In the Flash movie, Sasha, is that her name? Sasha something.
What did she play?
The Supergirl. In the Flash movie. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's where James Gunn is gonna lead. I again, he's content over hype, I guess you could say. Like,
he's not a clickbait person.
There you go. Like, so I think he will go for the better actress, but comic accurate. I mean, I think Millie does look like that character. I mean, when she's holding the magazine, she looks, pretty on spot. So that's what I enjoy. I get to see these different versions, but comic accuracy. James Gunn brings the accuracy, and that's what I enjoy about it. So I'm not looking at something that what we're getting with Marvel right now. I've been hearing rumors of they're gonna make a African American Xavier. They're wanting Denzel Washington as Charles Xavier. What's his name? Giancarlo. They're wanting to place him as Charles Xavier, and it's just like, is there a comic line? Like, now that there is a comic line of Norman Osborn being, African American as well, black, I was like, oh, okay, now I know that there is a blueprint of that, and they can use that. You know what I mean? As long as they're not just shoving them in there because that's what they feel like they can do, aka Harry Potter. A black Snape, you know what I mean? Like, it is in the book saying that he is pasty pale with black, long, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so there we go. Sasha Cale. Yep. So thank you for the last name. I knew it was Sasha something. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like James Gunn is going to give that,
you just don't want a sex change or a racial change just because.
Just for shits and giggles. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying. But I mean, if I know in comics they change stuff all the time, so there probably is one change somewhere along the line. But at the same time, I'm like, if with that in mind, I'm like, if there's no good actors doing this part, but you get one that is a racial change for it, I'm kind of like, you have to go with a better actor, even if it is like, even besides, like, this whole multiverse stuff is going to change it anyways.
Well, wasn't it, who was, Duncan? Wasn't he, someone?
Who?
Kingpin? Wasn't he King?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So we get that, that Kingpin completely different from, so. I don't know.
That was before I got into comics, too.
So are you wanting to stick with a female Black Panther? Is that what you're saying? Or
Vixen DC competition for the Black
Panther? But we're straying off. I was like, we're straying off. But where are we at? Superman. We got the kaiju talk. We got again, practical effects. There we go, practical effects. So like all the canisters that came at them and everything, apparently that was
all,
practical effects. You know, it was actual, you know, things that, you know, flew at them and hit them and they had to shield from, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like, oh, air, you know, like, you know, bent over and air is blowing on them and they have to act like they're getting hit, you know, like it's pretty cool. I'm excited for that side of, you know, film again, you know what I mean? Like if done right, like you said. So see, that's what we were saying. Like, I mean, it was a random one, but you know, he was Kingpin. What movie was that in?
Daredevil.
Daredevil. Oh, okay, yep, with Ben Affleck, right?
Yep.
I don't know how to say that word. Is it competitive? Oh. I don't know. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop and try. But yeah. So there we go. So yeah, okay. We talked about it I think a couple weeks ago or last week. You know, they have a way of doing it. They were smart to name the son T'Challa after T'Challa. You know, so you know,
still problems with me, but whatever. You know?
Yeah, and then we're gonna probably get a time jump. We might get might get a multiversal one that you know he was in the future or something. So
Aquaman Namor origin story, like.
Oh, an origin story for Namor. Yeah, but it's already too far gone. I think. You know, I think we're already. Again, he's in Avengers Doomsday, so he's already going to come back with.
But they kind of gave him a little origin within that.
Black Panther walk on. Yeah, true that because it explained his mom, his heritage, and what waters how the what is it
what the
rock vibranium. Yeah, vibranium. That you know came to Earth in the waterway, you know, and so it's just is different. I think it was a good, but I think it was a good like not over the top, and you didn't take away from the movie enough to know why he was the way he was or why he thought his way, you know. So
it kind of upset me too because has that mutant gene, which is why he has a little freaking wings on his feet. But he technically is mutant-esque with that ability. But there's no mutants allowed in the MCU at the time that was done. So, whatever.
Rights. The rights. Whitexicans get work as actors. It's rough out there, man. I wouldn't even know where to start on that, honestly. So, but we're gonna move on to the next piece. Again, that we make it a nice, quick show. You know, talking about two different things. You actually were, you know, going off on it. Be positive. We're gonna talk about Ironheart. So, you were saying a lot about hate, I think, right? Against Ironheart, Dominique Thorne. And I didn't see that much about so much the actress. I think it was so much the character, like the fact that no one asked for it. Really? You know what I mean? Like no one wanted an Ironheart. Yeah. Like,
but I think because they were gearing toward the young Avengers, that they're like, well, we need her to be in this too. Then.
Yeah. So that's where I was like, I can see it. You know what I mean? Like I understand where you're going with it, you know, but it worked out for Agatha. We have Ryan Coogler, you know, coming off a high with Sinners.
Yep.
So I don't know if this was in play before Sinners or they were running you know.
I think it might have been like
almost literally he might have to had stepped off. But you were saying executive producer, so he wasn't directing it. So he might not have to have been there. He just had to have been there for like the final takes and stuff, the final stuff. Let's see.
Well, we were talking about the Ironheart one, but
I never seen racism at all. Like I know that they were upset with just again the character itself. Like they were, wanting. They're like, she's no Iron Man. Why? Iron Man's gone. Like da 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 da. But that wasn't again her purpose. I think it was leaning on what you said. Like we already got Hot Girl. We already got
Miss Marvel.
We had homie Wiccan.
Yeah.
So they were like, and she was light, I want to say, like on the Wakanda Forever, like she was a fresh breath of fresh air, you know what I mean, like new character in, you know, but she owned the screen when she was in it, you know what I mean, kind of thing. And I think that's where they ran with it. You know, Agatha got all that hype when there was like Agatha All Along little theme song, and it went with it. So Disney was like, oh shit, like we got a character that everybody likes, like sideshow, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's throw it in there, like, so.
A new person. What's the name?
Jokester, you guys are conversing with invalids. I have no idea what that means. Well, give us a rundown on what that means. But no, so I think that's what happened. I think it was just like, what are they called? Spin-off, like, you know what I mean? Like they saw the light flicker with, you know, Riri Williams, and they were like, oh yeah, we got to do it. Like, and then again, the controversy with us just barely getting this trailer with less than 40 days now for the show to come out, you know. So I mean, I might Google it now. So
I think he's saying invalids.
But yeah, so that's where I think they went with that. You know what I mean? Like, they felt like they just needed to throw it in, and it just, like we said when we were watching it here just before the show, you know, it just fell flat. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there was no hype to it. You know, no one wanted it. No one knew where it was gonna go. You know what I mean? But the crazy thing is apparently Red Hood is supposed to be the villain continuing, like he isn't going to be a one-off. So that is what's interesting. So
we'll see how that goes, because I'm not sure about how, because that villain didn't seem very villainous to me. So
yeah, we talked about that. Like, even just like the first like vocal voiceover on the thing, you know what I mean? So
no, and as for Thunderbolts losing to Sinners again this week, because I think Thunderbolts had the top spot for like when it first came out, and the week after, and then it fell off again, and Sinners back to number 1 in box offices.
So they were the ones that were battling it out at 1 and 2,
but Sinners got the lead again. So we'll see how that goes, because I'm just like, the Sinners was really good, and I think got a lot of love. Thunderbolts, it was good, but it's coming off such a bad hype for Marvel. Like, it's kind of
it was what they needed. It was the heartbeat, the beep, that showed that Marvel was still alive. You know what I mean? Like, somewhere out there. Did you hear about the Avengers Doomsday? The Sentinels. Did you see that?
No.
You didn't see that? Jokester, is that what you're talking about? The little the Sentinel under the wrap or something like that? There was a leaked scene apparently. Hopefully it's not AI. There's a lot of AI. It's so hard to know. But yes, I think that's what he's talking about. There was a set piece of a Sentinel, I think, chest part and an arm or something like that. Okay. So we caught a glimpse of that. So I've been hearing a lot of Alan Cumming talking about his piece in the movie, like that even the stunt directors and the stunt coordinators are shocked at his limberness. Like, he's limber, and he's like, yo, you're how old? Like, you know, and he's like, so he's telling you know, I feel good about myself to know that I'm still in good shape, you know. So interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. So I have not seen, no sir. So I didn't know there was a leaked scene at all. So
I'll have to check it out, though.
Yeah, I will. I'll check it out. Yeah, so I, again, coming off of that Thunderbolts high, and then Ryan Coogler's high off of Sinners, you know, so the ones that are battling it out, that's the crazier part, is what's coming out on this part, you know what I mean? So all right, guys, we can chill. we're all here for fun and games, guys. Ooh, I gotta see it now. Out of straight out of Secret Wars. So, but with that, Ironheart, we're gonna get the hype afterwards of the Fantastic Four. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we get the June. So I hope it's not the downbeat of the heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like beep, like
Just go straight back flatlining?
like no, the beep, and it goes down. Like I hope it gets the next one up. Like it goes back up. You know, so. So the thing is when you get that, they're in a bad place, you know what I mean? Like now they're starting to feel the pressure of like needing to produce content. That was the whole reason, I think, for the restructure that Kevin Feige was talking about, which was like, three movies and two shows or something like that, so pulling back on a whole bunch. So to get good content, you know what I mean? So,
all right, guys. Everybody has their stuff to say, so
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah. No worries, Jokester. If you want to stick around, again, we're talking all, nonsense. You could, comment on what we're, discussing, as well as you be positive. I mean, we're all got our opinions, like, Manuel said. So, we can all, work coherently because, I got this guy that likes a lot of different things that I don't like and sees a lot of things that I don't see. Ironheart, the trailer was, now it apparently has the more dislikes than likes, apparently. Yeah. So there was the first one that was brought up about that, and I was like, again, I'm a guy that for sure it absorbs the content as it comes, you know what I mean? Like I don't go in there hating it. I have my opinions until I see it, and then I'm like, Secret Invasion, super hyped about it. We watched it, and then it fell apart. You know what I mean? So that was Appreciate you, Jokester. Thank you for subbing. If you tune in later, you'll learn about the giveaway that you will now be a part of. So we're doing a giveaway. So definitely, if you subbed, you're now on the list, and you'll be interested in that giveaway. So I appreciate it. But yes, so what was I saying? I lost track.
Oh, about the Secret Wars, like we gave it a shot, flopped pretty hard. Hopefully Ironheart doesn't do the same.
So that's what I'm hoping. Again, we kind of already got that. I'm not mad. Again, I'm not mad about it, but he just doesn't have that villain feel, and especially coming. He is the good guy on Transformers. And he's a good guy on something else right after that. I think it's a military movie. And so, he tried. I see a try. So maybe we'll get more of a villain, because he's got the guns, the pistols that, come with this Hood character. They were comic accurate, apparently. Everybody was hyped about at least that. But we'll see. I mean, the CGI doesn't look bad when he took off the hood and had all those like red veins and all that stuff coming off his back. That looked pretty legit, you know what I mean? So, I'm gonna give it a shot. Hopefully he turns, a little bit more villainesque towards the end. But I don't even understand the whole plot point. Because again,
that's the thing too. Like,
where is this heading? Where is this heading? Where is this at? Why did this happen after? I think she did say something. After I think she did say something when I went to my internship or something like that. Abroad. So I'm interested to see what goes on with that. I mean, where is this? Is this outside the phase 6, you know what I mean? Like the one that will come in, after Secret Wars and have a part 2 afterwards. Or is this like, again, she's gonna be in Secret Wars and to some effect, like she's already in a big film. So most of the ones that we have on like the side films were main characters that got side films. But Agatha, it was a side character.
She was like a lateral.
Exactly. There we go. Lateral. So now we have Ironheart that went into a TV series, and I don't know where, went from there. And then we had Falcon and Winter Soldier went to the big film, Brave New World and
Both of them
Thunderbolts.
came from the movie.
But yeah, it's true that. So
they already have their own big enough following with those. So downing to a TV series a little bit
to build the hype, to extend the story, and then go on. So okay, I see that. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm nervous because I think it's an 8-part series, and it's an 8-episode series, and they're releasing 3 episodes on the first day.
That, but then I also heard that they were supposedly saying that it won't interfere with.
That's why, because it's 8 episodes. It comes on June 22nd. So if it does do that, they're trying to get it before the end of July 25th, when the Fantastic Four comes out.
Yes.
So.
That'll be 3 weeks. So, 3 episodes dropping. Then you get maybe another 3 weeks. You probably got another 2 episodes.
So maybe they'll do 3, 1, 2. It's 5, and then a 3.
Maybe, yeah. That's weird. I don't like that pacing at all.
That is weird, dude. Like I again, Marvel. I don't know. I feel like they're juggling, like they have everything, like they're trying to get to the table to set it up, you know what I mean? Like, and they're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, kind of that's where they're at right now, you know? So I don't know. I think this is all coming off of the after effects. Now, I think because they were in talks about the 3 and 2 way
of a while back. We discussed this
like in November, right? So I'm thinking these were already in play in post production and everything. So that was what was going on. So now I think it will fix itself after Fantastic Four, because hopefully, we got the 2 movies. Do we have another one coming out at the end of the year?
Not that I know of. No, because we put out.
Is it 2 movies and 3 shows?
It might be 2 movies, 3 shows.
Because we were getting a Wonder Man at the end of the year.
So I think because we only have the movies set for next year. I don't remember seeing anything else for this year. So
interesting.
But we'll see. Yeah, because I don't remember anything else. Because I think we have Doomsday and then Brand New World next year.
Yeah.
So
welcome in, Little Vegas. I appreciate it, man. Jump on in if you have any opinions. As you see, Be Positive is in here. We reply to your content live on the show. So subscribe to the channel. Again, if you're new to here, the Hydeout, we're doing a giveaway this coming up week. So you'll be entered if you have a YouTube channel, and I see your subscription or you're subscribed. Then for sure, man. So definitely. But I just hope in the end it comes together, because it did so well for Endgame. Like we got such a good growth. Yeah. But this multiversal thing just shattered it. It was just
too big for them.
Too much for them to hone it back in. You know what I mean? They let it run rampant again. Yeah. They didn't cut it at the ends. They didn't solder it or nothing. They just said, have fun. Was it the snake the snake can with all the worms and stuff. So I really feel like that's what would happen to them, and they're like, oh no. But I think it is 3 shows, 2 movies. I really want to say that, because
I think that's what we had discussed.
Because we're gonna get Brand New Day and of Doomsday, and then we're probably gonna get 3 shows in between those. Yeah, I really think that's.
I was thinking too. They did say they wanted to be more of a spectacle,
when they come back out. Yeah.
So I think 2 movies make sense. 3 shows is probably the way to go for that.
Yeah, and I think it's right. Again, if it's a character that needs growth, give them the side series, the TV series that gives us the background. Again, White Vision. We're about to get the Vision Quest show, or Vision, whatever it changed to now. Yeah. And in the grand scheme of things, is he in the Secret Wars? And
no confirmation with that one yet either.
No. But do you in the comic line? Secret War.
There's too much going on.
So that's what I'm saying. So if there is a way to lead into him being there in the mix, then let us have it.
Like the MCU is its own line of stuff, so they could take inspiration from the comics. But if they want to change something, they
and I like that. Again, we talk about it all the time. I believe it's its own comics. Like we're getting live action comic line.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? This is the multiverse saga or arc of the MCU comic line. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I see it. You know, like then we're gonna get the X-Men arc. Now we're gonna get all that nonsense. You know, so I believe
we'll have to see about that. Yeah, but I was thinking about it right now. I was if we get 3 shows, technically Daredevil is now one of them on.
And that's what I was wondering.
So are we going to get only 2 from there on?
Because and we also have what is it? Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
If that one gets approved too, yeah.
No, it already is. It's already on.
We don't know if it's releasing next year for sure. We do know Daredevil is, but we don't know
if it's already finished. Because I got a snippet again. If it's AI or not, it was a leak of Gwen Stacy. In the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Well, again, we'll have to see, because I know Daredevil Born Again for sure is set for March,
and then going.
And so, and that's also the thing too. So they always have to have a summer blockbuster. Like, there has to be a summer movie, which is Doomsday. Mm-hmm. But then they also have Brand New Day right behind it.
No, Doomsday is later, didn't it? I thought
it's in May.
We posted this on our page. Let me see here.
No, I'm pretty sure it's in May, because I remember writing those dates down.
Yeah.
I believe it's in May, because the second half was supposedly second half of Doomsday was going to be in December.
Doomsday May 1st, 2026, and Brand New Day July. So they're going to have two summer blockbusters next year.
So that's the thing. Like, I'm like, having them too close together kind of hurts them too.
Ooh. I don't know, because again, we want some like beep 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 beep, like we
you don't want to do
or
it
like
too
a
fast.
like the progressive ping, like a wee, like way out there.
I don't need a heart stop, but I also don't need my heart to explode. Okay, like I don't need that jump so fast. So
that adrenaline rush.
I'm like
drinking a Monster at 6 a.m.
Dude. People be drinking those things back to back.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, their heart is just waking up or like getting to their normal pace. Adrenaline, like Monster to the dome. Like, I don't know how that works, man. Like, I could never. Like,
I think a good summer blockbuster always should be in rotation, which leaves either early year or in the second half of the year for the movies to come out. So it depends on how you want to place those, but you also don't want to place them so far apart where people are like, where is it? But then the shows in between. So I think having Daredevil so early on in the year kind of covers your first part of the year, having the summer blockbuster. So then maybe another one in like October-ish or whatever for Marvel movies would be interesting to see, or like at the end of the so you have a beginning summer blockbuster and an end summer blockbuster. So like
before school,
July, and then August.
Yeah. Like I'm going back to school and everybody's gonna talk about it. Like,
that'd be a good way of doing it.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
It's tough. It's tough.
And depending on how good Superman does, we now will have DC versus MCU.
Like, and I want that so bad.
Oh, 100%. Well, they can feed off of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I gotta go see Fantastic Four because Superman just blew it out of the water. I gotta, see where MCU's at, or you know what I mean? Like, or vice versa. Like, I gotta go see, Superman because I'm an MCU guy. So I feel like that's where, I mean, a friendly competition. There we go. They can use it to their advantage if they, do right. And then it doesn't help, or it does help that you had James Gunn that was in the MCU, so he knows the inner works of the Marvel. So he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it that way. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay. So we have somebody...
Oh, so you went and checked out the page. Dope. Okay. Cool. So, see, that's what I'm saying. We're pretty accurate. I'm not bragging or anything. I was like, but the news articles I read, we make sure we see if it's from like a legit like comicbook.com that gets it from you know,
like an actual
the actual source
yeah.
for it. You know what I mean? So I definitely need to go check out Jokester's page after this. You know, so I can take a look and, you know, judge it myself. But yeah, I have not heard any. The only thing that I saw that was Secret Wars related or Doomsday related was that Sentinel. It looked like the rundown of the Void. It kind of looked like a Void-esque because of how it looked like Fox. You know how Fox was in the dirt, you know, and stuff. So it had that feel. It looked like it was in the dirt. It was dusty. It had like a tarp over it and stuff. So that's what I saw. I thought that's what he was talking about. So I'm interested to see what, you know, scene he's talking about, because it's way too early to even have any like footage.
For Secret Wars, definitely. For Doomsday, it's more appropriate.
And like any type of footage, like it would be tough. So I've definitely got to check out Jokester's page, give him a follow, like he followed us. But yeah, so be positive, be positive, be positive. There you go. No negativity. I need to now. I feel like this is the actual first time like our chat was like talking to each other. You know, like we're so new to this realm. Like you know, that was interesting to see. But yeah, no, we gotta, you know, keep it positive in the chat for sure.
Magneto fighting Nightcrawler will be interesting.
Huh?
Lil Vegas, he said he heard Magneto fights Nightcrawler in there, and I'm just like that would be a interesting.
He's got some fight scenes, so I'm excited to see it again. Like
I think we get the older Magneto, right? So what? How are we getting older Nightcrawler too, or is it a younger Nightcrawler? Because that'll be cool to see an older Magneto who's seasoned. Like knows
his power. 97 X-Men 97, you know,
and then fighting like a younger Nightcrawler who thinks he could handle him because he's older, but he's like, dude, I fought like 10 of you before.
You're the same matter transporter, you know, that I fought, you know, all you know, many of you.
He's like, oh, I had one of you in my universe too. Flat.
Catch you in the middle, you're, you know, poof, you know what I mean? I like on the X-Men 97 that they show where he like goes out into his own dimension and then goes back to the world. Did you catch that? I don't know who he saved, that they show where he does this warp and they were like, what? And then like they go back to where he's, you know, back on Earth. So like they show his dimension that he
talking about Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. It was on X-Men 97. It was a cool. Yeah, it was a cool little snippet. Barely caught it on this second run through that I did. That I was like, oh shit! It just showed like Nightcrawler's dimension, you know what I mean, like where he poofs to, you know what I mean. So like it was interesting. So
the actor slipped up.
Yep. So he got in trouble again. It was along the lines of when he was talking about his limberness and stuff, I think, and like he let it slip what was coming with his battle or his fight or whatever. So hey, he's new to the MCU. He was with Fox. Fox didn't care, you know what I mean? Like, so Fox was like, say whatever you want. We need the hype, you know. So
Marvel was like,
shut the gun to the head. Like, you say one more
word in the back of the
camera. I, Alan Cumming, you know, spoke miss as the guy with the rifles behind the camera.
I had misspoke, and I would like to take back what I previously stated.
Like that one time, I think was it Tom Holland like picks up the script and he's he shows it and then he's like turns it around for your eyes only. He's like, oh shit.
Honestly though, I feel like some of those were kind of staged. Maybe
you think so?
Like I feel like some of them could have been, but I feel like that one wasn't. That one could have been like
you
a legit
saw
one.
The death on his face. Like he was like, shit. They're like, what did I just say? Oh man, like that was great.
He's like, I lost my job.
Yep.
I lost my acting credibility.
Man, I feel so bad for them. Like they now are like the last ones to know what's going on. Like where he thought he was at a wedding at Iron Man's funeral. Dude, we ain't telling you shit no more. Like,
but it's crazy because I've heard several interviews from like different actors and stuff saying that your script is handed to you by somebody. Like they bring you your script. Here are your lines. Here's your stuff. Whatever. Thank you. You're done. And we're taking it back. And I'm just like, damn,
and scene.
Like, this is how they're like, here, you got to read your stuff. But then now too, like with
and that do you think that takes away from them? Like
I don't know.
Because they can't build the character. You know what I mean? Like they don't know his spin on things. Let's just say the death of Tom Holland, the death of Spider-Man on Endgame, or on Infinity War. How would he know that he was gonna die? You know what I mean? Like to build up. Like, should he create an emotional bond with Robert Downey Jr. so he can feel more pain? Like,
I think they're directed on scene with that. They're like,
okay, I can see that. I can see that.
But as for Little Vegas, I want to be more hyped for Fantastic Four, but I personally am a little bit more hyped for Superman, which says a lot for me.
That is pretty, because we actually got a full trailer of Fantastic Four too. Yeah. So you're right. That's actually shocking.
Like Fantastic Four, I'm kind of like, yeah, that's cool.
Did it fall flat for you as well?
It fell flat a little bit. I think Galactus and the Silver Surfer coming made me the most hype, but seeing them, like, I'm like,
You don't feel the chemistry?
I don't. And then the
even in that little, like, we're gonna be we're gonna be the uncle. He's like, and you're not gonna be prepared or something like that. I can't remember.
You're gonna be the greatest dad. No, never mind. I'm lying.
You overstepped. Yeah.
And it's like, it felt forced to me. But the Superman trailer, I didn't. Little Vegas. If you're new, I don't care for Superman. Very much so. And I went on a whole rant about it last time, but this trailer that dropped makes me want to like the movie I'm like, this trailer looked really interesting, and I'm personally more excited for that than I am Fantastic Four.
That's crazy.
I feel like everything for Superman is,
but again, you're on that superhero fatigue. Granted, Superman is a superhero, but I'm saying I think that's why I say a Marvel superhero fatigue. You're burned out, you're let down, we're brought back up, we're let down. So
the crazy thing is too. I think too with that is that a Marvel fatigue, because it was doing so well and now it's kind of let down. But Marvel is good, especially the movies. They've been great, but I always said the DC comics, technically, in my opinion, are written better. Marvel has good comics. There's some storylines in there that are amazing, but I think DC stories are a bit like better
in depth.
In depth with it. Yeah, that's the way. Oh gosh.
Thank you. We needed that comic relief.
Came at the right time.
Came in at the right time. I could see that though. I could see what you're saying.
So I think that's why I have so much hope for the DC.
But again, it goes back. It's a fresh universe.
Yeah,
we're getting a fresh new take.
Only issue is this whole crap of, well, if they say it, it's canon, but until then, it's not canon.
Oh
no! My God, no! Like, stop it! Like, if you're gonna keep something, if you're gonna keep one portion of this canon, the whole thing is canon now. You can't just say I passed like
hot girl or whatever.
Okay, best way I could put it is I'm in 11th grade. I have 6 classes. I only passed the 5th one. All the other ones failed, but I passed. No, you didn't, fool. You failed that whole year. Like, it doesn't count.
They hold you back.
Overall thing is not working.
That is hilarious.
Like, I don't know. It's just me. Like,
I
can't
I feel you.
Feel the continuity in my head.
I feel you. No, I agree. I can see y'all's statement, because again, I'm hyped for Fantastic Four. I feel, granted, Thunderbolts freaking killed it for me, but we now know there is a bigger picture. Again, the hype, that was an actual scene that played into the next movie. Because we went back to that, where
for a while, they
were just throwing random ones where homie was punching himself, and in the Doctor Strange, like, what the F? Like, what, are you kidding me right now? Like, give me some context, like what's happening in somewhere, like, at the time, So like, it was very upsetting. So to see, that reveal on the ending credit, I was like, okay, we're going somewhere.
But the only issue with that too is, like, me and you had discussed it. It's now you're either giving us the beginning of Fantastic Four or you're giving us the end. So one way or the other, you're letting us know that this pops in at a certain time.
At some
Most
point.
likely, I feel like it's the end, but we don't know. That was a good one, Little Vegas, too, with the stormtroopers.
That's funny. I not knowing Star Wars, but knowing it enough that stormtroopers don't have accuracies.
I forgot you're not into Star Wars.
Yeah, it breaks a lot of people's heart, I promise. But alrighty, guys. But yes, we're gonna again. We were supposed to cut it short. We're already an hour in. But so we're gonna go ahead and talk about this giveaway, guys. Super hyped. Again, we as content creators are, always behind on things. So we were supposed to make a post. We were supposed to be showing like this hat, like building up the hype for this giveaway. But granted, we have been talking about it on almost all the shows. So give or take.
Now, because now we have a few people in the comments.
Yeah, definitely. And subscribers. They subscribe to the channel. So guys, good thing again, to y'all that are tuning in now, and then to the ones that have always followed us, thank you. This is what it is. It is a giveaway to say thank you to you guys. This is no raffle. You don't have to buy a ticket. We're asking just for you guys to subscribe. Comment on our channel, bringing our channel up and as we go. So that is what it is, to say thank you, and to help us continue doing what we love, I guess. Just talking like nerd content, you know what I mean, like a new channel talking about nerd stuff, which is always super fun. Again, I'm new to the realm, not so much new, but again, trying to grow in the faith. Marvel Jesus, there quote, Marvel Jesus, so but yeah, so with this giveaway, guys, it's gonna come to those that again, we're gonna narrow it down. I'm gonna go with subscribers, but if you tune into the channel like today, a lot of y'all were new, y'all came in. If you subscribe to our channel, we're gonna put you in a raffle throughout the show. So we're gonna have a special preview or special episode on Monday. Yes. This episode is gonna be 3 hours plus, probably. Who knows?
Last time we did it, it was about 3 hours.
Yeah, about 3 hours, and so tune in there. But when you're in there, you're gonna be commenting. We're gonna go ahead, and I might have to outsource some help and have as our watchers are watching, writing down his name, and then handing us the the bucket with names or something, you know what I mean, like. So we'll work out the kinks for sure with this week or this weekend, because it is on Monday. So Monday, Nathan is coming in. We're going to be talking about Fate Zero. That is an anime off the studio, oh my goodness, don't tell me. What is it?
What?
Demon Slayer studio.
Oh,
Ufotable. As I asked you, yes, we're going off of the Fate series, because that is off the studio Ufotable, which makes Demon Slayer. So that was a good segue that Nathan pointed out to me, and then went in to watch this series. So I'm super stoked about that. But with this giveaway, guys, it is gonna be this hat. Not specifically this hat, but it is going to be a hat with our logo. I'm going to show you the logo real quick.
And I could flip this around if you want to talk about it.
That logo, right? Oh, there you go. But yeah, so this hat is going to have the logo. You're going to get the logo, but
you got to choose the colors.
That's what I was going to say. You get to choose the colors. So you can get a black and white. You can get a black and gray. You can get a all camo, I believe he has. I'm pretty sure just any color coordination, and as far as even the logo itself, the gentleman has specific leather patches. Yeah. So you can even choose the coloring of the leather patch. So I will probably send you to a page of his that he will be able to break down what he has for you guys. You'll customize your Hydeout hat, and we'll send it out to you guys. So again, this will be for all the subscribers on Monday's channel. We're going to do again this giveaway depending on comments, subscribers. I think we're going to do maybe the followers on Facebook, so that as well, what I mean, as our followers. But again, the Hydeout hat. Let me see if I can hang it there without it falling. Whack. There you
go. I was gonna say maybe mine has a little cup here. There you go.
All right. So you'll get the Hydeout hat. Then as well, we wanted to do more for you guys to make it, more of a bigger thing. We are going to give away a popcorn bucket. So we're going to be giving a Captain America Brave New World popcorn bucket. Has some wings on the back. You're good. Still in the bag too. It's still in the bag, so it's gonna be specially for you guys. The hype is there for it because I collect popcorn buckets, so I want you guys to maybe, I start y'all's passion. After that popcorn bucket, you're now gonna have your own popcorn bucket, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I didn't know they made popcorn buckets, and
maybe I didn't have that one.
Yeah, exactly, true. So I hope y'all enjoy that giveaway. Again, it will be for you guys to say thank you from us here at the Hydeout. We are rolling up on 2 years. So, we've been, producing content. Granted, it was a little bit behind on the, YouTube side, and we're now, up and going on that side. And, we're enjoying it. Again, coming from all these comments there, y'all are all on our YouTube site, so we are finally getting some massive interaction, so it's interesting to have, so that giveaway will be, again, on Monday. We're going to have Nathan, our guest, speaking Fate Zero. We're gonna have maybe some questions. Again, y'all can tune in. You guys that if y'all are anime fans as well, shoot us the questions. Shoot him your side on Fate Zero if you've seen Fate Zero. And again, if not, go see a couple episodes before the show. At least you can shoot the shit with us for at least the first two, and then get spoilers for the rest of it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's how good it is. Let me just see the rest. But we're definitely gonna go hard on it. It's gonna be the entire 2 seasons. We're gonna discuss, and I'm super excited, guys. That is going to be the gist of it. We were, again, today was a short episode of just rumors of the 2 trailers, and then, to talk about these giveaways. So I hope y'all enjoyed the content. I'm going to go again, show off the hat. We got the Hydeout hat coming out to y'all on Monday. So again, subscribe to the channel, YouTube at The Real Hydeout. And then I should put it, I'll probably put it in the comments, at The Real Hydeout. And then, our Facebook channel, The Hydeout. So go find us there, like us there, and follow. And, that one right there, we bring you all things of news as well. Granted, our editing software is
crapped out on us a little bit.
Yeah, it is. It's upsetting because it has been running so well. It's such a good program, very, baseline enough to do what we give y'all here as far as content, and so it's flunking out on us. But we are doing, sorry about that. Give me one sec. We do all our news on that channel. So we bring you movie updates. We bring you casting rumors. We the gist of what we cover on the show and what we discuss, we bring it to you. That way you're up to date on, up to par, knowing who's coming, who's exiting, who's talking shit and who's not, you know what I mean? So the whole nine. So yeah, definitely follow the page, the Hydeout. And then again, to all you Twitch followers, thank you guys. I haven't even checked how many subscribers we have on Twitch anyway. So if y'all are subscribing on there, I appreciate it. So again, I will need to find out how to get this dedicated Twitch follower to speak, because he is a constant. He or she is a constant. So if we can get them to speak, then hey, jump onto Facebook. Let me know enter get this, because you are one of our dedicated followers on Twitch. So you Twitch follower, we know you're there. It's okay. You don't have to say anything, but you need to say something.
I mean, shoot, you can message the
DM us on Facebook. Hey, I'm your Twitch follower. So, but don't be a liar either. Whoever's watching, don't just come in there and say that. So
I just want the hat.
Yeah, straight up, be honest. But yeah, guys, hat And this popcorn tin, guys, can be yours. They will be given on Monday. So tune in Monday.
The winner on Monday.
Yes,
and then
we'll choose.
Figure out how to
Send it, yeah. And then there again, there's the wings to it. Still fresh in the bag. They unopened, so you can have them, spread out behind the Captain America. And then again, awesome popcorn bucket that y'all can enjoy your movies on and stuff. So, see.
I think it might be your channel counted as a viewer. That'd be interesting. I don't know.
Could that work like that?
I don't know how it works. Maybe.
But let's see. Monday same time, 7 o'clock. So
7 o'clock.
7. You questioning me now, like 6 o'clock because it's gonna run pretty late. So we might do a 6. So I'm gonna talk with Nathan again. Tune into the page, but. Man, I don't want to give you the wrong information. Just tune in at 6. Go find the channel if it's not live at that time.
Or to be safe, too, if you follow us on Facebook, we will post it probably
tomorrow.
Sunday night.
Yeah, tomorrow.
For sure, Sunday night we'll have probably the definite time, and then we'll see you there on Monday.
Perfect. So, Lil Vegas, I'm glad that you're interested in it and tuning into the show. So, yes, tune in on our, go like our page, follow our Hydeout page on Facebook, and then, like Emmanuel said, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah, we'll
for
definitely
sure.
let it,
we'll make something.
We'll put a post up saying, like this, tune in this time, and
eye popper, etc. So, nice. Notice, I forget about that. Notifications, like signing the little bell. Yeah. Cool. Well, that'll work, guys. Well, that is our show today. We didn't want to run too long into, other things. But a giveaway Monday, Fate Zero series is going to be epic. He's going to go off and show us the knowledge of anime and how much he has. And then we might slip into some conversations. Our show was about One Punch and his, and then went through an hour of Pokemon, like literally an hour worth of Pokemon. So definitely we might slip into some other conversations. But it's going to be
keep on track, but also like we opening it up to you guys, like how it was today. We wanted a little about do an hour, and we're over like an hour and a half.
Yeah. So because we had interactions
is what we like. So it might be
if the chat is there, then we 100% we're gonna definitely blend into a wave of conversations.
Yeah.
So but yeah, guys, thank you again, guys, for tuning in this Saturday. Again, it was just a short, quick episode. Jesus. Short, quick episode, and then Monday is gonna be the banger. We're gonna have a awesome time with Nathan.
Yeah. Always
notice we don't have a table this time. Yes, so it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have a nice little setup. So
we're gonna figure that out.
Yeah, definitely. But alrighty, guys, thank y'all again for tuning in. We will see you guys on Monday, and then just a heads up, since Monday is happening, we will not be filming next week. So we're gonna have a 2 episode this week, and then we won't.
Following Saturday.
The following Saturday we'll absent, and then let the hype build up, and then because there's nothing really running at this time. So today Monday 27th. I was like I want to say that's what it is. 24th. No, the 31st. 31st.
Which one is it?
31st.
Back on the 31st.
Back on the 31st.
We'll be here on the 24th.
Yes, got it. So, alrighty, guys. Yeah, we'll be better content creators. We'll put the, posts. We'll make sure, granted, we need to find a better editing software to give y'all's content on time and stuff. So, thank y'all again, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good week. And we'll see you on Monday.